Do that again. Oh. Okay, we're good to go for final mission.
Hey, Mr. Know-It-All is here. You know, your focus buddy who never smiles. I didn't know what to do with him, so I had him wait in your room.
Got it. Thanks. Well,
There we are.
looks like you finally found a door you could open without me.
I'm glad it's there, actually. It kept me from having to mingle with the company you keep. But enough prattle. I believe you owe me an explanation. Your plans for the Zenith base?
You're right. I do owe you. My spear in your throat for deceiving me again. At the Hades Proving Lab.
I doubt you asked me here for that kind of reckoning.
No. Right now, I need your help. So I'm giving you one final chance. But if you ever betray me again, I will kill you no matter what the circumstance. Understood?
Very well. Though we'll both face a decidedly short future if you can't get us inside that base.
Aloy, your other guest is here. She's, coming to you.
Thanks. Good timing.
Good timing.
The truth is, I can't actually get us into the base. But
she can.
The company you keep is even worse than I thought.
Not a fan of surprises, are you? Oh, look. That must be your little invention.
does the weapon work? Without self-destructing?
Of course it does. I've eliminated the imperfections and greatly improved its design and output.
How can we be sure?
Care for a demonstration?
Honestly, yeah.
Enough, both of you. We're in this together, at least for now. Go talk to Erend. Tell him I said to give you rooms of your own. I'll come see you when I get a chance.
It's a bit heavy. Not very portable. I mean, obviously.
You first.
I mean, obviously, like, it's on his back, so it's kind of portable, but, like, it's a bit big.
Better get
Hey, what am I
everyone in the
doing?
control room so Tilda can tell us what she knows about the Zenith base.
Look at the pendant. It's not letting me look at the pendant. Thank you, game.
When it looks impossible, look deeper. And then fight like you can win. I will, Rost. Now and always. With Regala out of the way, Ikaru and Tanakh...
Token from
Future's up to them now.
Vashav?
I do wish they'd drop all the honorary names they've given me. But if I've learned anything about them, it is not a battle I am going to win.
Anything else?
Focus. It's Varl's. I used to think no Nora would ever accept one, but Varl did. Even when he was overwhelmed, he refused to let me push him away. I failed
More dialogue?
at Gemini. I should have pushed harder. I should have done more. I'd give anything to have him back.
Now let me examine the pendant. No, okay. I guess that's just content that's locked. I'm locked out of. Right, there's Zoe, there's Erend.
I can do yours if you want.
Alva. Where's Cthulhu? Buh. It's Kotallo.
There you are.
Can I speak to them?
Well done, Aloy. Despite my reservations, you managed to secure Silence and his weapon. You're truly a shining example of Liz's fortitude.
I've been thinking about what you said at your house. How you were friends with Elizabeth. It was more than that, wasn't it?
Perceptive as ever.
Oh.
Right, we were together for a time.
Okay, so... what happened?
I was an orphan. I had always been alone. By my 30s, I was starting to wonder if that was simply my fate in life. And then I met Liz. We kept running into each other at conferences. We'd have coffee. At some point, it became drinks. I thought it was just shop talk, an exchange of ideas, but then I was surprised at how much I looked forward to seeing her. Soon we were flying halfway across the world every other week just to meet up. For the first time, I didn't feel lonely. I could imagine a future where I wasn't. I think Liz felt the same way at first. She had lost her mother a few years back. I filled a void for her. I know I did. But as time passed, it seemed as though she wanted less when I wanted more. And so we ended things.
So helping me, restoring Elizabeth's dream, it's what,
A second chance, yes. I made a mistake leaving Earth while Liz stayed behind. I should have done more. So when I saw you, a woman who has carved her own remarkable path, beyond even what made Liz a phenomenon, I knew I had to help you. To do right by her.
Woo! This game is not gonna let me finish. This game's not gonna let me finish it without a fight, huh? All right, let's
why
talk.
did you make the data channel look like your house?
I built that house as a shelter to weather any storm. A safe place, not just for me, but for the art stored in its depths. Cultural artifacts of incalculable value. Truly, some of the greatest achievements of human civilization.
And you wanted Beta to see them?
Yes. Her upbringing was so cold. I thought if she could experience Vermeer, and it would bring something, a heritage every bit as valuable as the
Did
scientists.
she say this before when we had tea with her?
Drummed into her. I'm sorry I had to cut off contact, but she needed its.
No, no.
I'll be here until.
We've spoken about all of this.
My past has always been a struggle. More than once, I've lost everything. But when I look to the future, I see Liz's dream fulfilled. A universe of new possibilities.
Maybe we can make it happen.
We will.
Right.
Did you see Kotallo's new army?
There's silence. No, not in my room.
He seems happy with it. Probably.
Maybe in the lab.
Did you need something?
No, no, it depends.
Bravo. You managed to sway a Zenith to your side. Care to explain?
Not a chance. The weapon was ready.
There's always room to optimize. But that's not why you're here. I assume you want to comprehend my undertakings. So, ask away.
Yeah, you're the one I want to speak to.
So forthcoming.
Since you turned this into a waiting game, and as it seems you have found modest success, perhaps I'm willing to be generous.
What the fuck was your plan, dude?
Okay, so your big plan, everything you've been manipulating for the last few months. Let me see if I got this straight. You learned about the Zeniths from Hades when you interrogated it. Then you came up with a plan to defeat them by using a Tenakth army and that weapon. And to get the Tenakth to fight for you, or rather the Sons of Prometheus, armed Regalla's rebels with override tech.
Did you have an actual question, or are you still playing catch-up?
So all
Silence, shut up.
even before I found the coordinates at the Spire, you were out here scheming. Why couldn't you just tell me?
When I learned of the Zenith's return to Earth, I laid out my plans. I knew I would one day require an army of overzealous Tenakth to assault the Zenith base. The casualties would be extreme. And I knew you would never allow such a sacrifice, no matter how necessary. Thus, I devised a means to remove your interference from the equation at the Hades Proving Lab.
Wah, 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 wah.
You wanted me to surrender to the Zeniths at the Hades Proving Lab. They almost killed me.
Based on everything I knew about them, I concluded they would find you a useful asset. Thereby
But you were wrong.
out of harm's way, and more importantly, out of my way.
So you really didn't know they had their own clone of Elizabeth?
No. Unfortunately, there was no way I could have known that particular detail.
Detail? As if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't be here today.
Alright, Sons of
The
Prometheus.
Sons of Prometheus. You didn't need a Sarah to make override tech.
They were a necessary safeguard. My time serving Hades and the Eclipse demonstrated the risks of getting directly involved. Through the Sons of Prometheus, I could execute my plans, all while remaining anonymous.
Except to a Sarah. How did you get a Sarah to work for you?
I knew there was an associate of the Oseram tinker, Durval, who escaped his failed assault on Meridian. It was trivial to track her down and gain her cooperation. She wanted to succeed where Durval had failed.
So you promised her Regalla and the Tenakth. The Sarah would help you create a machine-riding army and wanted to see Meridian burn as much as she did.
And so a partnership was born out of thirst for blood, bonded in mutual self-interest.
You think you had everything figured out, huh?
I did.
Alright, and about Regalla?
Help Regalla take over. If you wanted an army, you could have just gone to Hekarro.
Before Regalla's rebellion, Hekarro was only concerned with battling machines and fostering friendships with the Karja. Even if I gained his ear, he would never agree to send his forces to battle a threat he couldn't understand.
So helping a bloodthirsty exile was easier.
Yes, exceedingly so. All Regalla craved was war against the Karja and anyone who threatens the Tenakth. She would have led the tribe into battle without question, which was precisely what I needed.
Alright, let's talk about the
While
Quen.
I was out there, I had a couple run-ins with the Quen.
The tribe from across the ocean. And?
Their entire tribe was shaped around the discovery of focuses. One of them, Alva, even joined me here. Don't you want to know more about them?
No. They stumbled upon the greatest technological artifact from the ancient world, and what did they do with it? They shrouded the knowledge they unearthed in mysticism and taboo, creating out of corporate shills.
It also helped them to thieve.
Facts.
Did it now?
Pantheon out of corporate shills. You know what? I really like that line. That's. I couldn't have put it more. I couldn't summarize that more more
those
perfectly.
run-ins with the Quen I mentioned. On one of them, I teamed up with their expedition to search Thebes. We found Pharaoh at the end.
You must have needed Omega clearance. So, what was it like?
Worse than you can imagine.
He single-handedly wiped out collective human knowledge. I'm sure it was still less than he deserved.
Let me guess. You would have scraped him into a jar so you could prod his brain, like what you did with Hades.
Yeah, probably. Alright, let's talk about the weapon.
About the weapon. How does it work?
I've upgraded the delivery system. It now emits a wave-like effect covering a significant distance.
That doesn't fully answer my question.
So it doesn't require a direct hit.
But I'd be a fool to reveal its inner workings. After all, why did you withhold your plan for dealing with the Zenith drones? Yes, even you can appreciate the value of secrecy when warranted. Suffice it to say that the weapon will work. The intricacies of how is knowledge that is mine alone.
Fair enough. Just hand wave it.
All right, Silence. I think I've talked to you long enough. I'll let you know when it's time to go. And try not to mess with Tilda while you're in here, okay? I don't need the two of you butting heads.
Ah, yes. About your Zenith ally. I wonder if you understand what kind of person you're dealing with. For someone to live as long as she has, outlast as many calamities, well, your goals may be aligned now, but I'd watch for the moment they diverge.
Yeah, I'm aware. Reminds me of someone else I know.
Survival
Backs.
is a necessity to my greater purpose, Aloy. I'd hoped you'd recognize that by now.
Do you know something or not?
Oh, I know a great deal of things. But on this, just call it a feeling.
Oh, a feeling. You mean you finally had one? Guess even you can change, Silence.
All right.
Oh, before I forget, I wanted...
Aloy, you came back with some interesting friends.
Oh yeah, he's never met
Wish I could
Silence.
say you don't need them. But Silence and Tilda are here for a reason.
Yeah, enemy of my enemy and all that, right?
Right. You, talked to Tilda at all?
I tried. I don't think even a hot forge could melt that ice. And you say she wants to help?
I think so. Well, let's hope. Doesn't look like any of our guests are making trouble.
Yet. So, Kotallo tells me you flew. Well, that's new. I've been busting my balls trying to learn to read. You're at the...
Don't worry. You'll be getting all the fun you can handle soon. With the Zeniths.
Looking forward to it.
I guess Silence is keeping to himself, as usual.
I was hoping he'd give me an excuse to hammer his sorry ass to the ground.
Please don't.
Okay, I think he knows who Silence is, but he's never met him.
Good hit on that smug face of his. After everything he's done.
Sure. Later. Right now, he's got something we need. What's wrong with your shoulder?
Yeah, it hurts a little. Yeah, maybe a lot.
What'd you do?
Well, I tried to...
Arm wrestle with... I knew it, yeah.
That wasn't such a great idea.
I was just curious to see if that new arm of his was as strong as it looked. Turns out it really is.
Yeah.
Better...
Oh, you know...
Right, so...
Aloy, it appears that we have some interesting new guests. I'm glad to see you're okay, though. I heard you gave the Tenakth something to talk about. I was half expecting you to burst in through the ceiling riding a Sunwing.
Sorry to disappoint. Thoughts on our new Zenith acquaintance?
I'd say she smells like death, but even death smells of something. She's more like a cold piece of metal, bent on repelling all semblance of life.
She's definitely different. Ready to head over to the Zenith base?
Whatever comes, we will endure.
Have you talked to any of our new friends?
Erend and I tried speaking to Silence, but apparently our tribal prattle is unnecessary.
Charming, isn't he?
Alright,
I have
not
to
much
go.
to talk about here.
I'll make sure Erend...
Thanks.
Albert? Not Albert and Kotallo, so... Their room.
Welcome back, Aloy.
No, don't want to talk to you.
Hey, Erend.
Regalla may be gone, but she taught the holdouts
What's
well.
this?
I see you've got your new arm ready to go.
Oh, there's the arm.
Yes. It still feels strange. I've gotten used to the absence, but no matter. I'm sure I will need it before the attack on the Zenith base is through.
Haven't seen you since the battle at the Grove. How are you holding up?
That is a lie. We saw him after the Battle of the Grove.
On the wings of the Ten, and paralyze Regala's army with lightning. I would say that I am inspired.
Thank you, I guess.
It is I who should be thanking you.
Let's talk about the Tenakth. Oh, let's talk about the Wings of the Ten.
People keep mentioning the Wings of the Ten.
The visions tell us that the Ten leapt into for us.
We know what this is, and now you've done it.
Of the Ten themselves, it will never be forgotten. So, tell me, how did it feel?
I won't lie. Pretty good.
I can only imagine.
So what your new arm?
Curious about that new arm of yours.
None more than our Quen ally, I assure you. Wait to take it apart and figure out how it works. I gave her the data I used to build the thing, hoping that would satisfy her curiosity instead.
Good luck with that. Did you meet Tilda?
There is something about her that doesn't seem natural. I wouldn't be surprised if my sword went through her and she didn't bleed at all.
Honestly, with her, nothing would surprise me. Things will get ugly once the Zeniths realize we're in their base. You'll need every trick you've ever learned.
I would have it no other way. Many soldiers died in the old world to make sure we stood here today. We will endure on their behalf. Though, I am curious how you...
I really like Kotallo.
Its defenses.
Like, he was a bit icy at first, but no, I really like Kotallo. He's actually really cool.
Just make sure you're ready to fight.
As you say. You have more than earned my trust.
I also like his voice.
Anything new going on I should know about?
The Quen has been more insistent than usual, asking about the visions at the Grove. Her pursuit of knowledge is relentless. The Ten would have a hard time fighting her off.
Just think of her like one of your chaplains.
Yes. Only more persistent.
I have to go.
Understood.
Last but not least.
Aloy. You flew? Kotallo told me. And took out Regala's machines? You know what? I don't even know why I'm surprised. I saw we have visitors and a new weapon. Does this mean we're ready to take the fight to the Zeniths?
Almost.
Oh, and I wanted to give you this for helping me get the data on Leviathan.
Oh, you are
I
welcome.
didn't really know what to give you, so I asked Zoe what you might like.
Thanks, Alva. I'll put it to good use. Have you looked through the data we recovered on Leviathan?
There is much to sort through still, but I believe we'll be able to get it operational and turn back the floods. And I've given more thought to everything we've uncovered about the ancestors. The Overseers would have us believe they were infallible paragons. But Pharaoh wasn't. Not even close. His greed led to machines that devoured the world. The archive of the Old One's knowledge destroyed, just to erase his mistakes. So, when we learned that Eileen had a hand in covering up hundreds of deaths, I started to think they were all the same. Selfish, egotistical, cruel. But, in the end, it's not that simple. The truth isn't a straight line of ink on a crisp scroll. It's a splatter, smudged, and faded on stained parchment. I wish more Quen could see that, instead of looking the other way, or twisting the truth to serve their own schemes.
I doubt Bohai would agree with you.
No, nor the rest of the Board of Overseers. As Eileen said, it's easier to believe the lie is truth, but it's worth fighting for, and this diviner, at least, won't settle for anything less. For that, I thank you, Aloy.
I suppose you saw that Tilda is here. our very own Zenith.
I almost went up to her to ask her, well, every question I've ever had about the legacy. Every diviner I know would kill to get 5 minutes with one of the old ones. Now that she's here, all I feel is a vague unease.
Presence is kind of fucked, huh?
Scared of finding out more uncomfortable truths, or just scared of her. Probably both.
You sure you're okay going on this mission? I know things must be happening pretty fast for you.
Yes. As the late arrival.
Braved oceans and madmen who thought they were ancestors reborn.
True.
A few immortals with lethal drones at their command, too.
Guess the more the merrier. I hope our new guests have been behaving.
This Silence, he's the one who built the weapon that can take down Zenith's shields?
He is. Though I wouldn't expect him to answer any questions about it. He refuses to dole out his secrets to us lesser mortals. You know that special part of us that makes us warm, kind, welcoming?
Our spirit?
Yeah. He was born without that.
Shade.
Anything new around here?
Kotallo showed me the schematics for his new arm. I recall reading about robotic limbs within the Legacy, but technology like that would be treasured back home. Think of what it could do for injured workers or soldiers. But knowing the Imperial family, they would use it for different purposes. Their own.
Yep.
Replacing body parts as they grow older. Like the Zenith.
Exactly.
I need...
I'll be right.
Okay. Oh, I got the Yutaro Protector. I'm guessing is an outfit. Yeah, it's alright. Right. Let's get ourselves over to Gaia, who isn't here. Let's get this game finished.
Okay. Maybe it's time to get everyone together so Tilda can brief us. But is there anything I should handle before that?
The game's gonna be like, this is final point of return, I'm guessing. Or not.
Alright, people. I need you up in the control room right away. Okay, everyone. We all know what's at stake. Beta, Gaia. Not to mention life on Earth. Now, it might seem like the Zeniths are invincible, but they're not. We've got what it takes to break into their base and defeat them. We even have one of them on our side. Tilda, show us the base.
It is constructed atop the ruins of an ancient military facility on an island to the southwest. I can get us inside. To this location, undetected.
How exactly?
You'll know when you need to. Once inside, our goal will be this structure. The launch tower. Gaia and Beta are being held at the top. But along the way, we will face overwhelming resistance.
Yeah.
Most importantly from Gerard, Eric, and the others. But also...
Once I take away their shields, we should be able to deal with them. But it will be easier to deploy the device if someone else is carrying it. I'll need a strong back.
Carry stuff? Yeah, I can do that.
Even if your device works, there will still be Spectre drones, scores of them.
If only we had an army to fight them.
I've got that under control. You'll know when you need to. All right. We'll meet up again just before we go in. Where's the best place to rendezvous?
On the coast, just across from the island. Once there, I'll show you the way.
Okay. I'll let you know when I arrive at the rendezvous point. And then you can join me. In the meantime, do whatever you need to prepare. Understood?
The point of no return is when I get to that rendezvous point.
You two? A minute?
Oh, yeah? The new hires?
Tilda helped me get in touch with Beta, and she told me something important. There's an installation inside the base. It's called a regulator. Here. Once we're inside, I need you two to split off from everyone else and destroy it. So you'll have to bring explosives. This will help stop the drones. Everything depends on it. Are you with me? After that, I want you to find a way to infiltrate the Zenith network.
How?
Go over all the data that Beta left behind. She knew how to do it, I'm sure of that.
All right. But why? What am I trying to do?
Find information about the Zeniths. Anything Tilda's not telling us. Silence is right about one thing. There's no way we can take her on her word.
I'll do my best.
Keep her safe, okay?
On my life.
Okay. Go to the rendezvous point, talk to your companions. Oh, I've already done that. I'm not doing that again. Actually, let's see. I just spent time talking to all of them. I can't spend a whole episode talking to them again. I can't. I don't wanna.
We're finally doing.
Never thought I'd be off on a mission to take down a bunch of immortals from the stars. I can hear the drinking songs already. By the way, we should probably discuss the Sons of Prometheus. You know, since we've both been looking into them.
Oh yeah, about them.
Time, obviously.
I don't. Quite frankly.
If that one's not working right, you can have one of my spare focuses, you know.
Yeah, little bugger's got some personality, that's all. Saved my butt with those Spectres. Wouldn't feel right to leave it behind now. You know, besides, it goes with my outfit.
They all look the same, dude.
Want to spoil your look. Varl made the right call, you know, bringing you here.
Thanks. Yeah, Varl. You know, I never knew he had a sister. I found out a few days before you guys went to Gemini.
What?
Well, to be honest, I was terrified I'd screw up the mission somehow. So he sat me down for a drink. Just one, mind you. And we talked about family. Vala, Ursa, loss and revenge. And how you helped us.
You know, we never did get that drink you promised back in the Embrace. And you never told me exactly how your sister escaped the Mad Sun King.
Oh yeah, plot threads from the first game.
World ending and all. No time like the present, though. If you're up for it.
Fuck it, let's go.
You think it's time for us to finally have that drink?
Yeah.
Tying up plot threads from the first game.
Yeah, of course. Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where are the drinks?
So, how did Ursa escape Mad Sun King Jiran's palace?
Well, first she had to survive the Sun Ring. See, during
the Colosseum thing.
A day in there. And, you know, for what? To die as sacrifices, fighting machines in a pit. Thinking somehow that was gonna appease all the other deranged machines in the world? Ha! And when it was Ursa's turn, the Carja thought she'd go down if they threw a big machine at her.
Oh, but she didn't.
And she defeated all of them. Even got some of Jiran's Kestrels for good measure. And the Mad Sun King was impressed, I guess. Thought it'd be funny to have her run around his palace as a servant. He enjoyed humiliating her that way.
I remember you telling me something about that. That's how she met Avad. He helped her escape.
Yeah, but what no Purchase scroll will ever tell you is how the young prince snuck Ursa out of the palace. He knew their best chance was to get Ursa to blend in, so he got her everything she needed to disguise herself as a Kharja noblewoman. Yeah, perfumes, veils, and all.
I get the feeling she wasn't too happy with that.
Oh man, Ursa would have rather fought her way out of that palace with her bare hands than put on all of that Kharja eye paint.
I mean, the same Kharja eye paint that I've got on right now? Well, Aloy?
She agreed under one condition. Avad had to dress up as well.
She made Avad dress up like a noblewoman?
And powdered.
Okay, this is worth it.
Ursa said he looked better like that than he
The lore is worth it.
That would definitely make for an interesting sight.
Oh, it worked like a charm, too. Not only did they make it out of the palace, they paid a traveling merchant to get Ursa to the border, and none were the wiser.
You were right. That was a story best told over.
And now it's back to their standing up position.
Stories are.
Okay.
I guess I should get.
I'll see you at the rendezvous point.
I wouldn't have it any.
Okay, let's speak to Zoe.
I hope everybody's ready for this. Fighting the Zeniths isn't going to be easy.
Aloy,
It has actually been like an hour of
everything
talking
you do
though, to be
ever
fair.
is. At least now you don't have to do it alone.
Thanks. So, how does a tribe like the Utaru manage to maintain the peace with warriors like the Tenakth?
By holding them off. When our fields bloomed aplenty, the Tenakth looked upon our lands with envy. But Plainsong's dishes provided sanctuary and high ground to keep.
Wait, is Itaru a different tribe altogether from the Tenakth? I thought they were part of the Tenakth.
Saw sense in a truce. The Utaru
I've got that wrong the entire
from
time.
our crops every year. In exchange, the Tenakth would relinquish one of their own, a veteran,
Makes sense now.
to train the Utaru in combat. This custom was abandoned a few years after the derangement.
I know this information.
Everyone here. Training, working together. If it weren't for Varl, none of it would have happened.
You know, there was this one night, right before Varl left with you to go to Gemini. He realized I was having trouble sleeping. I was nervous about the mission. To be honest, I think we both were. So, he asked me to join him in Gaia's dome. He brought up this hologram of Earth that you two found back in the Zenith launch facility. We sat there. I thought about how Plainsong was just a speck on that great sphere. How every corner of it must be teeming with life. And any fears I had about our mission were gone. I miss him terribly.
I know. You and Aaron seem to be on better terms now.
Yeah, well.
He may have terrible taste in music, but he did apologize for mocking my tribe. And that ale he keeps raving about isn't half bad. I still plan on beating that stubborn face of his to break our sparring stalemate.
Not to hurt him too bad.
Okay.
I should go.
Before you do,
What is it?
Oh, favor?
you placed this focus in my care and gave me the highest calling an Utaru has ever known. If I should fall in battle, I'd like you to be the one to bury my secret.
No talking like that, Zoe.
For the both of us.
So,
Make sure you stay alive to do so.
let's just try to all come back home. Okay?
No talking like that. I will not have it. No. That sounds important. Sorry, 2 seconds. Okay. Okay, it wasn't important. Never mind. Right. Speak to. Oh my god, everyone wants to speak.
Chat some more?
No, I want to beat the game.
Would you like to continue our chat?
Why do you think Elizabeth pulled away?
I've wondered that for 1,000 years. She was brilliant, visionary. She cared so deeply for the world, for the betterment of humanity. But it also felt like she kept everyone at arm's length, including me. She never wanted to share her burdens. I think, in the end, she had a core that she never let anyone be part of. Sometimes I wonder if anyone really knew her.
I found a recording of you and Elizabeth back in the proving lab.
Did we?
After Farzineth's attempt to steal Gaia.
Yes. A most unpleasant conversation.
Oh, that was you?
She said something after the call. I think she regretted how things ended between you.
Yeah, the audio should be back, I think. Let me just double check. Yeah, right.
Did she?
Yeah, okay, it's back, yeah. Voice meter evaluation thing. It like stops the audio every 6 hours and you just need to press continue evaluating to fix it.
Never said to each other.
It's the first time it's ever done it while I've actively been using the computer, so.
Far Zenith, not who I truly am.
I should be going.
I'll be making fun.
Okay, cool. That's all I needed to say to her. Can I do? Yes.
Hilda had a history. The more I learn about her life, the more complicated it seems. I guess she saw something good in Tilda. I don't know what exactly, but it seems like it was enough. For a while, at least.
Oh.
I miss Varl. It still hurts to think about him. I don't know if the pain will ever really go away. When I find that bastard, Eric, I'm gonna make him pay.
I keep thinking he's just gonna be standing there.
I'm glad that no one else is standing like there. I'd be like, how dare you stand where he once stood? How dare you?
You nervous?
I'd be lying if I said I'm not slightly apprehensive.
The plan will work if we all focus on our assignments.
Right.
The rest of us should be enough of a distraction to the Zeniths for you to hack into their network undetected. But you'll have to be quick, in case they do.
What exactly do you expect me to find, Aloy?
I don't know. The truth, if we're lucky. Once all this is over, will you go back across the ocean?
I don't know. The more I think about it, the more worried I become. If I go back, I don't even know if they'd let me keep this focus you gave me, or what they'd do to me for reading what is clearly forbidden data. Even if I somehow were allowed to carry on my duties as a diviner, would I be willing to let the truths I've learned about the ancestors be buried away by the Board of Overseers? Would I dare challenge them and risk my family's safety? Or losing Federa?
Who's this Federa you mentioned?
Yeah, I was wondering. That's not a name I've heard.
Is another diviner. One of our best. We used to be rivals at the academy. I hated her guts.
But you love her.
There's a fine line between hate and love. We became very close, and then I was assigned to the expedition. She promised she'd wait for me, no matter how long it took.
Well, that was smart of her. She won't do any better.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I do. I want you to know I'm glad you're with us, Alva.
Whatever happens, I'm grateful that the legacy brought us together. I never thought I'd get to actually meet an ancestor.
Come on, do I look that old? Kotallo will protect you inside the Zenith base.
I'm not afraid. I know Kotallo will fulfill his duty, as will I. If we die doing so, at least it'll be alongside a friend.
I'd rather you both stay alive, if you don't mind.
We'll try and keep that in mind. I'll be at the rendezvous. May truth lead up.
And last but not least, Kotallo, where he's hiding. Over here. Forgot about silence.
Something else?
That was a good question. Something else? No.
I'll be...
As you...
I've spoken. And... Oop, not that way. Not that way. Where the fuck is Kotallo? Where are you, buddy? Or did I already... No, he's there.
So, how are we feeling about the mission?
I do not know everything that you have planned, but it doesn't matter. All that remains is to follow you to the end, whatever that will be.
Thank you, Kotallo. I'm glad all this brought us together.
You brought us together, and I am grateful too. Oh, and by the way, I was hoping now would be a good time to go back to the Tremortusk site and test my new arm before we leave on our mission.
I'll let you know when I can make my way there.
Thank you.
Did we not finish your quest?
Now that training time is over, what's on your mind?
The Bulwark, the Kulrut, and how we need another miracle if we're to survive the Zenith base.
I'll try not to let you down.
I know you will not.
We didn't really get to talk about what happened at Gemini.
There was nothing more to say. If he were to Noct, Varl's bravery would have earned him sacred burial at the Grove, among the most distinguished of our tribe's warriors. His deeds were worthy of the Ten. When the fight is done, I will have the Inkers etch his memory on my skin, so that it may live on.
I'm sure.
What a G. What a G.
Did you meet Tilda?
There is something I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, we spoke about that.
I'll see.
It would.
Oh, wait. So, wait, hold on. You want to do what with the arm? Have I got quests that I haven't? No. I don't. Alright, I've talked to all my companions. Now I can go to the rendezvous point, which is there. Oh, I even got the campsite for it. Oh, piss off. Okay. Hold on. Just need to craft a few. Right. Valid location. Behave. Yeah. Oof. Alright. Point of last return. If you see past this point, you will be locked into Singularity and the open world will be unavailable for the duration of the quest. We're doing it. No way back. Yeah, this is get this game done.
Okay, everyone. I'm at the rendezvous point. It's time to rescue Beta and Gaia.
Understood, Aloy. We're on our way.